Hey guys, Gun Collector 87 here again with you. It's been a while since I put a video up, so I'm going to do just a quick one here for you. In case you have one of these older style here Rugers that you're having a little trouble with. Maybe you can't get it broke down. There's a little secret to it. A little history on this little thing. These guys were back in the Clinton administration. You can tell they're just a little bit older than your regular Ruger Security 9s or your SR 9s, your SR 45s, whatever. A little bit different setup than them guys. Still Ruger quality, no doubt. Before we get any further, we're just going to do a check here because we are going to be disassembling it here in a little bit. Nothing's in the chamber. Mag's out also. So these were back in the Clinton administration. Don't quote me on when he was president because I was a youngin' when he was. Definitely wasn't able to vote then, but I want to say 90s, late 90s or something. Maybe mid 90s actually. But anywho, this is a Ruger P95DC. There was several P series. There's a I believe there's an 85, there's an 89, a 94. There were several different models available, which they did have the 9mm 45, and I can't remember if there's a 40 or not, 40 caliber. Several 9s out there and a few 45s. I think the 45s had a capacity of about 7 or 8 rounds maybe. These then had a capacity of 10 rounds on the 9s. There you go. There you can see the 10. And that was because there was a ban on it then that limited the capacity. Otherwise, you wouldn't have this funny extension on the end of it. Now you can get them with 15 or more rounds. I had actually nearly bought, it was a 33 round mag also, I think. And this one is a Metgar. I don't know if you can see that right there. That is a Metgar magazine made in Italy. They make some good mags, guys. Go check them out. They make them for your Berettas, your Rugers, Tauruses, all kinds of firearms. And they're quality too. You definitely get your money's worth out of these guys. So we're going to take this little thing apart, and we're going to get it stripped down and just show you real quick here in a moment. And the DC is a decocker, like so. I'm going to hide my secret there because I want to show you something. And if you had this cocked with the round in, the idea of this, and it works, is you're in technically single action right now, which means your hammer is cocked and then you're able to pull the trigger. Think of it as the old single action revolvers where you had to cock the hammer each time to fire. This is the similar concept in this situation here. Now this is a single action, double action handgun, but say you cocked it back and you didn't want to fire, you wanted to put it in your holster, and simply you would drop this. Now again, nothing is in the chamber, nothing is in the mag, nothing's in the mag well I should say. So you're just going to drop this pin or this lever, bam. Sounds brutal, sounds awful. But it will just drop the hammer. It will not engage in the firing pin. I keep getting all these messages popping up on my phone during the video. Stop. Sorry. So that's the pretty much gist of it. You can replace your rear sights here if you want with a nice glow in the dark if you like. These guns shoot real well. Ambidextrous mag release. Also ambidextrous decocker right here. And that's what your DC stands for, decocker. So let's get this thing torn apart. First of all, rack her all the way back like this. Now you're going to look down and you're going to see well, you can slightly see it right there. That's going to get flipped down to that position. You guys can see that sitting out here. It's been a while since I've took this apart, so I hope I don't botch it. Pull it back. It's a little stiff, and what you're going to do, this little groove, you're going to have to line it up with this slide release on the inside there. And you did. Wiggle it out. It's a pretty healthy one. That should slide all the way down. Just like that. And here is the piece that we had to flip down so we can get the slide off. Now some of the, I think some of the Rugers are still like that. You have to flip just a little small lever down and it'll release your slide. Now from here, it's easy peasy. Guide rod and guide rod spring is all encapsulated here, and this is your whole assembly. And then your barrel is right here. Nice little piece. Shouldn't be real dirty because I haven't shot it in probably 2 years. Now put her back together. You're going to put your barrel in first. A little tip: if your guide rod and your spring are not encapsulated, meaning they'll come right off, just pay attention, because not every one of them is made like this, especially with this design where it locks onto your lugs here. It locks on like that. Of course, this will be in your area, your spot there. And not all of them all do that. You can easily, some models of not necessarily the Rugers, you can get this flipped around, and this causes you a little headache when you put it back together. So we're going to slide this here. You think? Wheel. See, and you'll see that you ain't completely lined up, and all you're going to do is get it on there. There you go. And that's all it sits. You can bring it up and you can see where she sits right there. And that's all it sits. It's all holds. And there it is, really, guys. And when you have your barrel out and everything, you'll clean it. This is your slide release, or your slide stop, whatever you would like to call it. And your frame of your Ruger. Nice little guns. And that's, we're going to put her back together. You're going to pull it back, and you're going to line the hole up. And here is your piece right there that's got to line up here. And of course you want your holes here to line up. And that's it. Now don't forget your piece in the middle. So take her on back. Make sure it locks here. If that slams down on your finger, ouchies. And that should be good. Do a little test function. No worries there. Drop that. And now you essentially be ready to load, but we're not going to load it here. And that's it, guys. That's just a little breakdown of your Ruger P95. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you own any P series out there, the 89s, or maybe you own one of the 45s, let me know how that runs. This is the only P series I have. I'm always looking for another one, and I really like these guns, so hopefully I can go to my pawn shop one day and pick up another one of these guys. Guys, this is Gun Collector 87. I'm going to holler at you later. If you like this video, guys, subscribe down at the bottom. Like, hit those thumbs up button, And let's chat a little bit in the comments, man. I respond quickly. Have a good day, guys.